Alright, welcome to the vlog, Passion Unchained. Today has been a roller coaster for me. It's also been a roller coaster for GameStop these past couple days. Y'all know what's going on with GameStop. If you don't, basically a bunch of huge hedge fund managers shorted GameStop, betting for it to go to zero, betting for it to bankrupt. Then a bunch of Reddit users are like, you know what, we love GameStop. We're going to buy as much as we can, force them out of the game. And they fucking did. I went from like $20 to an all-time high of 146 and I believe 11 cents. I know 146. And maybe it got higher before, maybe since I saw that number, and now it got higher. But I know at one point the high was $146 and I believe 11 cents. The dollars I'm sure of, the cents I'm not sure of. Don't quote me on the cents, quote me on the dollars. And there's some lessons to be learned here. A few lessons. I'm just gonna rattle them off here, and and give a couple examples. But they're kind of self-explanatory, so it's not super important that you know exactly the depth of them. I'll do that in other videos. If you're new to this channel, by the way, this is Passion Unchained. I talk about how to build a life you love and unchain your passion in the process. Cool little vlog. I do one every single day, although one day a week I also post on my DIY channel, which is linked in the description of the channel somewhere. So, without further ado, number one, fight for what you believe in. That's one huge thing this is teaching people. Fight for what you believe in. If you have a deep-set belief and you do nothing about it, you're going to respect yourself less. And over time, you're going to build resentment. But if there's something you fight for and you fight for it, and even if you lose, if you die fighting, and that could be a metaphorical death, it could be like you just get tired and then you know, maybe you fight for a specific law to be passed or a specific law not to be passed, and then the opposite happens. It's not the end of the fight necessarily, but you lost, so it's kind of like a die fighting type of thing. You feel fulfilled even if you don't achieve anything because you're standing by yourself. You're in integrity with yourself. And that is super important. Like, for instance, today I went and washed my first window, and immediately, another story for a longer story for another time. I broke one of their windows, and immediately, I went and I told them exactly what I did. Because I'm not gonna fucking lie. I'm not gonna fucking like try to manipulate the situation to make it look better than it is. I broke his fucking window, so I fucking told him as soon as I could. All right, that's number one, is fight for what you believe in. Number two is take advantage of luck and also be willing to go with the flow with life. So this is not so much for the people of Reddit. I mean, this is a lesson for you, but this is not so much from the perspective of the people of Reddit. This is from the perspective of the hedge fund managers and of GameStop. Because, of course, GameStop's not feeling good. Before this happened, they're like, okay, we're at 20, everybody's shorting us, they're thinking we're going to go bankrupt. We're going to try to make that not happen, but it doesn't feel good. It's shitty. And I'm sure they were doing everything they could. I don't know what was going on, but I'm sure they're doing everything they could to make their company successful and put the share prices up. But what happened was they couldn't expect it. Like, luck came their way, and I don't know what they're doing, but I'm assuming they're taking advantage of it. And also understanding that it's temporary. I don't think this is going to go on forever. I mean, Redditors don't have infinite cash. It's pretty much what Redditors are doing is they're literally buying GameStop. So I don't know if they have, I mean, I guess if enough people get in collectively, they can have the billions of dollars to buy GameStop, essentially. But I don't know if this is sustainable. It might just be a bubble. But luck came their way, and hopefully GameStop is taking advantage of that. So that tells you is that don't expect luck. Work as if nothing's gonna go right. Work as if things are gonna go wrong. Like, for me today, I had to fucking adapt. I fucking broke this guy's window. I'm being paid to clean his windows, and I clean his windows really well, but then I break the last one, and it was like fucking devastating. So I should have been and was humble enough to go with the flow, right? So the hedge fund managers are now going with the flow. They had this big short. They shorted GameStop, and I know I'm like not using the lingo right. I know a little bit about investing. I'm like very beginner in investing, so I'm not saying the right words, I know. But they had a big stake in GameStop as a short, and that wasn't going well because they borrowed the forgive me if I'm getting this wrong. They borrowed the stocks and they to sell, and they sold them, and then they're going to buy them back later at a different price. That's what a short is, and it's essentially the opposite of buying. You're like selling first and then buying later, but they have to buy later, and they're losing a lot of money. And I don't know exactly why. I think there has to do something with like they have to put money up or something. There's like collateral, or like you have to have the money to short it. I don't know. I don't completely understand what's going on. So, I'm not entirely sure what exactly the reason is, but they lost money. They lost a ton of fucking money, and they have to go with the flow. They have to ride the waves of life, and this was unexpected, so they have to ride it. In GameStop, this was unexpected but good, so they have to take advantage of it. And so that's this lesson number 2 is take advantage of the luck that you get, but don't expect it. Ride the waves of life and expect things to not go well so that when they do go well, you take advantage of it, and when they don't go well, you're ready. I don't really have a lesson number 3, so I'm just going to have a lesson number 1 and 2 for you guys. And cheers. If you like this, subscribe and share this video with your friends on TikTok or Snap Text or whatever you kids use nowadays. Until tomorrow, bye.